Chosen ones, they know who you really are. What if I told you that someone right now is plotting against you, not with weapons, but with energy you cannot see? Before you dismiss this as paranoia, ask yourself, have you felt watched lately? Judged? As though invisible eyes are tracking your every move? If you're a chosen one, this isn't coincidence. They've discovered who you truly are. And what happens next will change everything. The moment your true spiritual identity becomes visible to the world, something shifts in the atmosphere around you. Not everyone will celebrate your awakening. In fact, some will see your light as a threat to their darkness. These individuals exist in your life right now, hidden behind masks of friendship, wearing the costume of allies while harboring intentions that could drain your very essence. But here's what they don't know. There's an ancient spiritual law at work, one that protects those who walk in authentic power. And by the end of this revelation, you'll understand exactly how to identify these energy vampires and why their attacks against you will become their own undoing. When others realize you carry the mark of a chosen one, their reactions reveal the content of their own soul. Some will approach you with genuine reverence, recognizing the divine frequency you emanate. But others, those trapped in lower vibrations, will experience something far more dangerous. Triggered fear. Your very presence becomes a mirror, reflecting back to them everything they refuse to acknowledge within themselves. The purity of your intentions exposes the corruption of theirs. The clarity of your purpose highlights the confusion in their path. And this creates a psychological crisis they cannot control. These threatened souls don't always reveal themselves immediately. They're masters of disguise, skilled in the art of spiritual camouflage. They'll question your experiences, not out of genuine curiosity, but to plant seeds of doubt. They'll dismiss your intuitive gifts, hope and convince you that what you sense isn't real. They'll attempt to redirect your energy toward trivial matters, pulling you away from your divine assignment. Pay attention to the subtle patterns. Notice who consistently drains you after interactions. Observe who asks probing questions about your practices, your beliefs, your sources of power. These aren't random conversations. They're reconnaissance missions, gathering intelligence on how to penetrate your spiritual defenses. But here's where the story takes a mystical turn. There exists a cosmic principle that operates beyond human manipulation. Some call it karma. Others call it divine justice. But in the realm of spiritual warfare, it's known as the boomerang effect, and it's absolutely unstoppable. Every ounce of negative energy directed toward you by these adversaries creates a vibrational signature in the universe. This signature carries the intention behind it, the malice, the jealousy, the desire to control or destroy. And because you operate from a higher spiritual frequency, because your intentions remain pure and your connection to divine remains strong, these attacks cannot penetrate your field. Instead, something remarkable happens. The energy rebounds. It ricochets back to its source, amplified by universal law. The very harm they intended for you becomes the instrument of their own downfall. They throw stones into the sky, only to have those stones return with gravitational force. This isn't wishful thinking or spiritual fantasy. It's observable reality for those who watch carefully. The adversary who spreads lies about you will find their own reputation crumbling. The one who attempts to block your opportunities will discover their own doors closing. The person who sends psychic attacks your way will experience mysterious disruptions in their own peace. They'll panic when they realize their weapons have no effect. They'll escalate their efforts, becoming more desperate, more obvious, more careless. And in that desperation, they expose themselves completely. If this resonates with your experience, if you've witnessed this protection in your own life, hit that subscribe button right now. You're part of a community of awakened souls who understand these mysteries. And drop the number 7 in the comments. 7, the number of spiritual completion and divine protection. Let's see how many chosen ones are watching this today. But the boomerang effect is only one layer of this multidimensional truth. What adversaries never comprehend is that their attacks actually serve your evolution. Every attempt to weaken you forces you to discover strength you didn't know existed. Every effort to confuse you drives you deeper into clarity. Every scheme to isolate you pushes you into profound connection with the divine source. You see, Opposition isn't your obstacle. It's your initiation. The trials you face are not random misfortunes. They're carefully orchestrated opportunities for you to recognize your true spiritual authority. With each challenge overcome, you shed another layer of doubt. With each attack survived, you embody more of your divine identity. This is why adversaries ultimately serve your purpose. Even as they believe they're destroying it, they become unwitting participants in your spiritual refinement. The resistance that builds your strength, the darkness that makes your light shine brighter. And when you understand this, when you truly grasp this mystical paradox, something shifts in your consciousness. You stop fearing their presence. You stop trying to defend yourself to those determined to misunderstand you. You simply stand in your truth, unmoved, unshaken, untouchable. The universe itself becomes your protection. Divine forces you cannot see arrange circumstances in your favor. Doors open that no human hand can close. Paths clear before you as if by magic. And those who meant harm find themselves facing consequences they never anticipated. This is divine retribution, not as punishment, but as natural law. The scales must balance. The energy must return to its source. And those who sow destruction will harvest exactly what they've planted. But here's what you must do to remain protected in this spiritual warfare. Guard your energy as the sacred resource it is. Not everyone deserves access to your presence, your time, your attention. Establish boundaries that honor your spiritual sensitivity. Say no without guilt. Distance yourself without explanation. Your well-being is not negotiable. Practice discernment daily. Trust the whispers of your intuition above the shouts of popular opinion. When something feels off about a person, believe that feeling. Your spirit recognizes threats before your mind can articulate them. Engage in regular spiritual maintenance. Cleanse your energy field through meditation, prayer, or whatever practice aligns with your path. Protect yourself through visualization, affirmations, or spiritual rituals. Stay connected to your source through consistent communion with the divine. And most importantly, never descend to their level. Do not engage in the games they play. Do not match their energy. Do not seek revenge or validation. Your path is higher. Your purpose is greater. And your protection comes from realms they cannot access. As you continue your journey as a chosen one, remember this truth. You are never fighting alone. Forces beyond physical sight stand guard over your path. Angels you've never seen arrange divine appointments. Ancestors you've never met whisper guidance in your dreams. The universe itself conspires in your favor. Those who discovered your true identity and chose to oppose you have made a fatal miscalculation. They assumed your light could be extinguished. They believed your power could be stolen. They thought your purpose could be derailed. But what they failed to understand is that chosen ones are chosen for a reason. You carry an inextinguishable flame. You possess an unshakable foundation. You walk a path that was cleared before you were born. Their recognition of your identity wasn't your weakness. It was the moment their defeat became inevitable. So stand tall in your truth. Walk boldly in your purpose. And watch as the universe handles those who dare to stand against what the divine has ordained. The boomerang has already been thrown. Divine retribution is already in motion. And your victory is already guaranteed. If this message awakens something within you, don't keep this wisdom to yourself. Subscribe to this channel and become part of our awakened community. Share your story of divine protection in the comment below, and type the word protected to affirm your spiritual immunity. Your fellow chosen ones are watching. Your tribe is here, and together we rise. Until the next revelation, stay in your power, stay in your light, and remember, they may know who you are, but they have no idea what you're capable of. The light always wins.